Hello, my fellow travelers. Nicole here, your spirit therapist. I just wanted to come on and give you a little personal update of what's been going on with me. I don't really post a whole lot of my personal life because I don't know that it has anything to do with your healing and the energy. But I think it's important for me to tell you what's been going on because I've been saying I was going to do certain things and they haven't happened yet. And you may be wondering why. And I think, it's important for trust for you to know that I understand that that's happening, and here's why. So since January, I moved out of New York. A lot of you know that. I lived there for 20 years, and so it was a big change. This is also in my astrology. I have Pluto opposite Moon in my fourth house of home security and breaking that all down and allowing the new rebirth to come in. So moved out in January. The day I was finished moving, found out that my mother had her third stroke in a few years. And so I immediately went to Philadelphia and stayed with her for pretty much the month of February and got her pretty much back to health. But she needs a lot more care now. And so once a month for about a week, I go to Philadelphia. So if you do the math, that's like 3 months out of the year that I've become a caregiver. So, which has always been very touch and go. Like, personal healing can take 3 steps forward, 4 steps back, or whatever. And so, you think it's going to be okay, and it may or may not be. You may have to go back and do some more things. So that's what's been going on with my mom. And then my partner, Phil, his mom also moved up here from Florida, had some health issues, still does. And so she's living across the yard from us. And so, that's been a transition, living with someone with Alzheimer's, and seeing really how the mind does what it does. So that's been a lot of schooling and learning, which I think will help me to help others if and when they go through that with their parents or whatever. So that's another leg of my story. And then the third big thing is I purchased the house next door to Phil's where we're living. So it's a double, and so now that will be where I live, and I'm very much looking forward to my spirit therapy studio upstairs in the attic and having everything really cool looking. So, but purchasing a house, it needs a lot of work. There were, I'll just call them male animals, not furry ones, that lived over there. So there's been a lot of sort of male neglect in this house. And the world has Chiron in Aries right now. I have Chiron in Aries, and that's the wounded male ego. So I've learned a lot about aggression and, who cares, just do it, whatever, and it's good enough. Just stuff those wires into the floor, all kinds of crazy shenanigans. And I noticed that when I or Phil would get annoyed with this neglect of the house would kind of fight back. Like you would drop things and you would hurt yourself or something. Everything you need is on a different floor. And so I was like, I didn't want to go there. And so, I'm supposed to love my house and I didn't want to go there. So I realized that in order to deal with the wounded male ego that is kind of happening in this house, you can't react. You see it come up and you go, okay, this has been wrongly done. And let's be happy that we saw it and that we can fix it and just give it love and light and fix it, make it good, proceed. And since we've been doing that, the house doesn't fight back. It's the darndest thing. Miracles, right? And things are starting to come together. So there were a lot of preliminary things that really needed to happen to secure the structure. But now we're down to, we had drywall, now we're down to heating, and then we'll go into painting and floors. So it does feel like all of these things that I have mentioned are starting to calm down. So just in time for this new moon eclipse, I'm also going through this transformation. So yeah, so my plans to do what, if you watched the last video on the energetic update, in order to usher in this new me, Spirit Therapy, as an intuitive counselor, these are my plans. I want to do some short wellness videos about how I see meditation, Qigong, Tai Chi, moving energy, getting your mind in the right place. Also, I've been doing intermittent fasting for, it's about exactly 2 years now, and it's really changed my life. And also how I deal with carbs and sugars as opposed to proteins and vegetables. So I am in no way a medical doctor, but I am a practitioner of the human body. And so I'm going to share with you those things that I've learned. Also, I've been listening a lot to Krishnamurti, who is well, I was going to call him a spiritual teacher. He's got a very interesting story, which I will go into in another video. But anyway, he speaks in a very sort of old school manner with an Indian English accent. So I seem to understand him very well. So I'm going to do some videos and tell you about his philosophy that's helped me a lot to really see through to the truth and clear my mind even more. And other teachers. I'm listening to Osho now too. So he's an interesting character with an interesting story. And to give some specials and short readings and, little giveaways. So I'm really looking to expand Spirit Therapy and to have the time to do that. But I realized that, with the energy the way it's been, you kind of had to just roll with the punches and do what you could do and, forget about the rest for another day and not drive yourself crazy that you didn't get everything done, right? But with this new moon energy, this Sag energy, I think that a lot of the preliminaries have been settled in my life. So I'm going to really make a effort to do what I want to do and what I want to bring to you and what I say I'm going to do for you. So I feel like that's pretty much my whole story. Thank you for sticking with me. I know a lot of you have been watching me for years, and I really appreciate your attention and also just listening to everything I've had to say for so long, and to watch Spirit Therapy grow as I grow and we all grow. So I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for everyone that watches me. And I hope to meet even more of you and be of service to the best of my ability. So that's my story. I hope that explains a lot. And yeah, hoping to talk to you like in a few days, not a few weeks. All right, take care. Thanks again. And check me out at spirittherapy.nyc, which I am going to change to spirittherapy.us. I already own it. I just have to make that the primary thing because, spirittherapy.us is really more poignant and speaks to what this is about than to attach to any place. So spirittherapy.nyc for now. I will let you know when I change over to spirittherapy.us. All right. Thanks again. Much love.